Hi, I am Deepak Bhabur from New Catholic Mission School, Jhabua. Dear students of class 9th, we are going to study today the second lesson of second part. First part we have already completed, and the second part we are going to study today. The name of the chapter is The Sound of Music, and the second part is The Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. The great personalities of our India, we are going to study his historical point of view, because we are going to study the information about Mr. Bismillah Khan. What did he do? What did he spend his life? And what are the achievements he gained, he earned in his whole throughout life? So this lesson is written by Deborah Cowley. Let's go through some introduction. Introduction is the second part. We come to know about Bismillah Khan, a Shehnai maestro who has achieved excellence in the field of Shehnai playing. Yes, dear students, we can earn our name doing little thing, because we understand this person has done something great. Just a little work, he played Shehnai and he became so famous. He earned his name in the society as well as all over the country. He was awarded Bharat Ratna in 2001 in recognition of his contribution in field of music. Both are inspiring musicians. Yes, both are, because the last lesson, the first part also is introduced here. So both the musicians are inspiring, who have motivated many people. That girl, she was defective, or we can say she was not healthy, but then still she contributed a lot in her life. And this maestro Bismillah Khan, he also has contributed a great thing for the generation. Dear students, the word meaning, we may face little difficulty to understand the concept of the lesson, so we must introduce or we must learn some words also. So generic name, the name given to a class or a group as whole. The second is reeded, that is wind instruments which have reeds like flute. Yes, a long stick, it has a hole, and where we can, as our choice, we can make a hole and play, blow the air and open the holes one after the other, and it can produce so melodious music. So that is what auspicious, promising to bring good fortune, indispensable, without which a piece of work cannot be done. Yes, suppose a choir group is not having a cymbals or drums, then the music they want to create, they want to have it, that would not happen, because something is missing. Then say paternal ancestors, ancestors of the father. Then souvenir, that are things given in memory of a place or person or event. Then chartbuster, that is record breaker, it's having a lot of impact, and the thing, because of that, it became so famous, and everywhere it is known. Then next say venture, that's a project that often involves risk. Yeah, that risk, suppose you want to take a risk, you need to have the capacity to take the risk. Conferred, of course, that is given usually on awards or degree. The next says coveted, much desired. Then further it is ensembles, that is things considered as a group. Next point of view, let us see the character of this chapter, the certain characters. There are 5 characters altogether they have played to complete this lesson, and they played important role. First, that is Aurangzeb, a Mughal emperor who banned the playing of a pungi. It is said later on it is converted or it got new name, that is Shehnai, but then first it was introduced as a pungi, and that was specially played in the royal court. Next, that is Bismillah Khan. He is the main hero of this lesson. The legendary, he is known as a legendary Shehnai player who brought this instrument to the front of the world. That means it was, we know that it was not much famous, but then because of Bismillah Khan, this flute also was worldwide famous. Next is Rasul Bakhsh Khan. He is the grandfather of great Bismillah Khan. They also contributed somehow to complete the lesson, and in this lesson they played a certain role. Paigambar Bakhsh, the father of Bismillah Khan, yes, then Ali Bakhsh, maternal uncle of Bismillah Khan, who helped a lot Bismillah Khan to play and to also contribute the service. Dear students, here history of Shehnai. Yes, we need to understand this is a small instrument, stick, of course it has a hole, and it was not that much famous, but then we need to understand the history of Shehnai. What is it? How does it begin, or how did it get a new name in the society? See, Emperor Aurangzeb banned the playing of a musical instrument called pungi in royal residence. Why did he ban it? The first question, why did he ban it? Because this instrument was somehow creating a carcass voice, or not a pleasant voice. It was unpleasant. So he started not liking it, and he banned it. It says a shrill unpleasant sound. Yes, this pungi or this instrument, musical instrument was producing somehow unpleasant sound, and it was not good for the king, and he banned it. It became the generic name for a reeded noise maker. Yes, generic here we study in the part of word meaning. See, generic means that is a name given to whole group. Suppose we say snake charmer. So whole people of that clan or group, they are known as generic. That means they are given a name, and their job is to make certain type of noise with the help of musical instrument. Unrevised, that is cannot be revised. That cannot be revised means this instrument cannot be revised, and therefore Aurangzeb he banned. Let us ban it because it is somehow not creating good voice, and he said like that. A barber of a family of professional musicians, but there a person came up and he took the initiative to change this instrument. How did he change? Yes, let us study. He changed the tonal quality of the pungi, because this pungi was creating somewhat unpleasant voice, and a barber came and he took an initiative to change it or to convert this pungi into a good instrument, and something happened. See, he chose a pipe. First of all, he chose a pipe with a natural hollow stem. This is what I was talking about. He chose a pipe with natural hollow stem, and he made 7 holes on the body of it. He made 7 holes. When he played on it, closing and opening some of these holes, yes, when he played opening and closing some of these holes, then now the interesting part of the story, or interesting part of the historical point of view, it says it created, or it is produced what did it produce? It produced sounds were produced that was so soft and melodious, and it was pleasant. Everybody were happy to hear this sound of instrument. Before loyalty, and everyone was impressed. Yes, when everybody heard it, they were impressed by hearing, because it was sounding so well, so melodious and so soft. So everybody were happy to hear this sound of instrument. Then the new name was given. My dear students, here it states the new name was given to this instrument. And what was that name? It was first played Shah's chamber and was by Nai. Who played it? A Nai. Nai means a barber who dresses our hair. He played it in the court, and it was so nice at that point of time. The sound of the Shehnai began to be considered unauspicious. Auspicious means something good fortune. Suppose we say this is a auspicious day. Auspicious means we predict, we forecast something is a good thing which is going to come out of that part. So it says temples and weddings. Especially these instruments was being played at that time in temples and wedding. Wherever a happy moment or happy occasion, or wherever good place, it is being played at that places. Indispensable component of any North Indian wedding. Yes, North wedding, it became so significant for North Indian wedding, because all the instruments are there. Along with them, these instruments was also being played. So it became so important, so significant. It is say indispensable means if the instrument is missing, then for that word we use indispensable. It was part of the traditional ensembles of 9 instruments. That means among 9 instruments, this instruments was also included, because this was, it has a sense of humor, a sense of good music. Fond of royal courts, yes. The credit for bringing this instrument onto the classical stage goes to Ustad Bismillah Khan. Bismillah Khan, he was the person who made it so important, or this person, Bismillah Khan, he was the person who allowed, we can say, who took interest to bring this such instrument on the classical stage. Therefore, the whole credit goes to Bismillah Ustad or Ustad Bismillah Khan. Second says, as a 5-year-old, he played Gilli and Danda. Now, the real story about Maestro Bismillah Khan begins from here. Says, as a 5-year-old, what did he do when he was a child? As children, we do a lot of activities at village level, and he too did so many activities. Among all of them, he did one activity that was so famous in village, and that was Gilli Danda near a pond in the ancient state of Dumrao in Bihar. Yes, he belongs to Bihar, and he was there to do all this type of activities. He was, of course, good person, intelligent child, so he did all these activities. He would regularly go to nearby Bihariji temple. At that time, he was a child of this age, 5 years, and he would regularly go to the nearby Bihariji temple to sing the Bhojpuri Chaita. That is a type of local song. He used to go there and sing it in the Bhojpuri language, at the end of which he would earn a big laddu weighing 1.25 kg. That means he was given a prize because he did so well. If you do so well, then you will get a prize. Same thing, he also used to get a prize at the end of that singing, and that was a laddu about 1.25 kg. And then he did this happened 80 years ago. Yes, we are talking about 80 years ago. And this person did so well, and he was so happy at that point of time. He traveled far to earn the highest civilian award in India. Yes. Apart from that, he did many activities and he earned a lot of award and recognition. He traveled far in order to earn this award. Like he got the Bharat Ratna later on, but apart from that, he earned a lot of these awards and rewards. He was born on 21st March 1916. No doubt he was born this date. Bismillah belongs to well-known family, yes. Therefore, he is a talented, he has a lot of skills, and he did many activities for the welfare of society, and he earned his name. He worked hard, he showed interest to do all good works and bad works, and that is how he earned his name in society as well as throughout the world. His grandfather, yes, his grandfather Rasul Bakhsh Khan was the Shehnai Nawaz of Bhojpur King's Court. This person's grandfather, that means his ancestors also were singers or musicians, because we come to know from the person, his grandfather, he was also Shehnai Nawaz, means without this singer, the opening of the session will not happen. So he was the person, he did so well in Bhojpur King's Court. Next says his father Pagambar Bakhsh and paternal ancestors were also great Shehnai players. Means he not only worked hard, but then his ancestors, his grandfather, his father, everybody was somehow good person. They were singers, they were players. One instrument or the other instruments they were playing, and he also was God gifted singers. See, dear students, at the age of 3, when his mother took him to his maternal uncle's house in Benares, that is now it is known as Varanasi. So this person, Mr. Bismillah Khan, he was taken to his maternal uncle's house at the age of 3 years. He was fascinated. Why did he fast? Where was he fascinated? How? Let us see. Ali Bakhsh was employed to play the Shehnai. Ali Bakhsh was his maternal uncle. That means his mother's brother. He was employed here. He was employed to play the Shehnai there. And what happened? Played and captivated for hours on day. This Mr. Bismillah Khan, he was constantly paying or constantly captivated. Captivated means attracted or fascinated, because he just sits aside and listens what is happening in the place. So he was completely, thoroughly captivated to the music for an hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. He was taken up. He was taken, or he was captivated. Kept practicing throughout the day, and then later on, when he got the chance to play musical instrument, he kept on practicing, not only 1 hour, but then throughout the day. because he wanted himself to be expert at any instrument, or to be expert at the many instruments, and so he did practice, he kept on practicing. Temples of Balaji and Mangalamaya and the banks of the Ganga became suitable place to practice his art. These two, three places were suitable for him. He went there, he used to sit and practice on the banks of Ganga, and also this Balaji and Mangalamaya. These are the places he used to go and sit and practice. The flowing waters of Ganga inspired him to improvise. That means the source of Ganga water, or the flowing waters of Ganga, helped him to improve his musical instrument and invent the ragas that were earlier considered to be beyond the raga of the Shehnai. That means he says cannot compare with the Shehnai, because ragas and Shehnai are quite different. So this person says there was a time it was impossible to compare ragas with the Shehnai, but then now it is possible, because flowing waters and other sources are helping him to improve his Shehnai, or improve his musical instrument. Let's see the next one. At the age of 14, what did he do? Bismillah Khan accompanied his uncle to Allahabad music conference. His uncle used to go to Allahabad, and that is the place musical conference. Okay. At the age of 14, Ustad Fayaz Khan, see at the end what happened. Ustad Fayaz Khan used to give him a bit on his back, and told him, work hard, one day you will get success. So he gave some type of blessing words, and this Ustad Bismillah Khan, he always believed in blessings, and he kept on working. So with the opening of the All India Radio in Lucknow in 1938 came Bismillah Khan's big break. Yes, it was a good chance, good opportunity for him, or the door has opened for him, because once a door opened, then the follows other doors also. So the big break he got in 1938 means he got a chance to play his instrument, where All India Radio, because through this medium he can give his service. Through this medium he wanted to reach each and every single person of this country. When India gained independence on 15th August 1947, he became the first to greet the nation with his Shehnai. Yes, it was a time, great time, auspicious time, the time where everybody was happy, enjoying the time, and this person, he got the chance to greet every single of our country through his melodious Shehnai, through his melodious voice produced by Shehnai. He gave many performances both in India and abroad. Yes, no doubt he gave many performances. He got chances to go even abroad also. First trip was to Afghanistan. Yes, his first trip was to Afghanistan, where King Zahir Shah was so delighted to hear. Yes, when he played in Afghanistan, the king of Afghanistan, Zahir Shah, he was so delighted to hear the music produced by Shehnai, and so happy, delighted. He gifted him priceless Persian carpets. Yes, at the end of the show, he gifted who? Zahir Shah, the king of Afghanistan. He gifted him carpets, and not only carpet, but then these carpets were Persian, priceless Persian carpets and other souvenirs. That means things we give in memory of somebody or some event. So he was given all these things. Film director, even there was film director Vijay Bhatt was so impressed, yes, with the pipe of or with the Shehnai of music, or the music played through Shehnai. The film director Vijay Bhatt, he was so impressed of often hearing his play at a festival. Yes, at a festival, whenever he used to open or switch on, he hears the music played by this person and he was impressed. He named a film after instrument. Yes, then he named his own film, that is called Gunj Uthi Shehnai. It was a movie, yes, of Vijay Bhatt, and he gave the name after Shehnai. Next part says Dil Ka Khilona Hai Toot Gaya. This is also turned out to be a nationwide chartbuster. Chartbuster here means record breaker. That means it has played or it has broken many records of other history. Apart from awards and recognition, he was invited to perform at prestigious places. He was also invited to play. That place was Lincoln Center Hall in United States of America. Yes, it was. This was the place where he was invited to play, and he produced so well and melodious music. He became internationally that an auditorium in Tehran was named after him. Yes, it was so famous, or he became so famous that even the big building was given a name after him. That is the Tahar Mosque Ustad Bismillah Khan. National awards like the Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan and the Padma Vibhushan were conferred on him. These are the awards he got because of his hard work. In 2001, Ustad Bismillah Khan was awarded India's highest civilian award, that was Bharat Ratna. It was the highest civilian award he got in 2001. Despite traveling to many countries, he was exceedingly fond of Banaras and Dumrao, because he started his career from these places, River Ganga and the banks of River Ganga, where he played his flute or the Shehnai, and he was helped by these flowing waters and all. They remained for him the most wonderful towns of world, because even he traveled in many countries of abroad, but he was not happy there. He was happy at these places. He even refused a position in America, saying that he cannot find the Ganga there. Yes, whenever he was traveling abroad, his heart kept aching for his homespun, because he cannot go out of his country. Though he was a person of a well musician, but then he did not want to go out. Yes, dear students, at the end I have been selected, or I have just given a few questions to think for you. Should we keep practicing our old customs and tradition? What do you think? You need to think over these questions. The other said, what lesson do you learn from Master Bismillah Khan? Yes, every life of a single person helps us to understand and also understand our life. Yes, and it helps us to get something good in our life. So we need to understand all these questions. Thank you very much.